Hey there, Cancer. This is Ryan with Arrows of Love. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do your July How They Feel About You Love Tarot reading. Let's start out by just saying happy birthday, Cancer. We are in Cancer season. The sun is in Cancer right now. And I love Cancer. Cancer is probably one of my favorite signs of the zodiac. I'm a Cancer rising. My mom is a Cancer sun. My brother is a Cancer rising. A lot of Cancer in this family. You are the glue that holds a lot of family shit together. Let's just say that first and foremost. You have that nurturing, loving attitude and feels. You feel everything because you're ruled by the moon. So it is a warm, happy season. It's time to get in touch with your emotions. And you do that better than anyone, Cancer. You're this intuitive sign. So you know emotion probably better than any other sign out there. You're right up there with Pisces. So happy birthday. I hope it's going well for you so far. We went through some really big stuff in the sky. We had the eclipses happening in Sagittarius and Gemini last month. We had Mercury retrograde. It's been a crazy couple of weeks, crazy couple of months to say the least. Mercury's still in shadow until July 7th. I'm doing this video on July 1st. So we got another week to go. So things are still coming to light, things that you were reviewing over that Mercury retrograde phase. You know, now it's time for clarity. Things are coming out. So I want you to be aware of that. We're not quite through it yet. So just take your time with traveling. Don't be signing any contracts right now. Things are still a little bit fuzzy in the air because Mercury is going to make that square again. This is the third time over to nebulous Neptune, and that's that fuzzy, hazy energy. So there could be some disillusionment in the air. There could be some illusory communication even in the air, a little bit of deceit. So again, just be on your guard for that type of energy. The big news today, though, is there is a T-square forming in the sky between Mars, Saturn, and Uranus. And these are three malefic planets. And I hate saying that. We're going through this this Saturn, Uranus square all year. These are slower moving planets. Saturn's sitting over in Aquarius. Uranus is sitting over in Taurus. So for you, Cancer, and I've talked about this in other videos, that is your 8th and 11th house. These have to do with financial matters, could be other people's money. The 8th house is a house of death. It is the house of rebirth, transformation. It also has to do with other people's money. So it's an intense house. It's the most intense house. And Saturn's over there, so it points to restriction and delay. It points to being an adult about your finances, other people's finances. And Uranus is this unstable energy. It's rebellion and liberation. And it's sitting over there in the 11th. These are financial gains possibly, but it's also your friend group. It's your group associations. It's your hopes, wishes, and dreams. So this is really big stuff. The thing is, Mars and Venus are going to get into the mix because they're now traveling through Leo. These are the fixed signs. So if you were to take a look at the astrological wheel right now, you would have Leo down here, and right across from it, you would have Saturn. Those are making oppositions, Mars, Saturn. So that's kind of a reality check of sorts. It's not easy stuff. It's confrontations. Mars is the god of war, cutting, severing, and it's butting up against Saturn. Man, that is hard stuff. So think of it this way. Stay out of any type of ego disputes if you can. It's also, like I said, it's a battle of wills. So if you can, this energy is happening today and through the weekend, try and stay out of it. And then right in the middle, the midpoint is Uranus. Uranus is this unstable energy. So, anything could happen with Uranus. I say try and stay out of any fights. Don't get provoked into any emotional confrontations. We are in Cancer season after all. So it points to a reality check of sorts. Something that's not built on a solid foundation might come up for review. That's the way I see this particular transit. And this Saturn-Uranus square is happening all year. The first time they met up in this square, it happened back in February. The second one was back in June 14th. Shortly thereafter, on June 24th, is when we saw the devastating collapse of that building in Florida. And this kind of points to that Uranus-Saturn square. Saturn rules structures. It's things that are supposed to be built on a steady foundation. Uranus is unstable energy, and when the two collide, you see things like this come up. It's volcanoes, it's eruptions, it's tsunamis, it's buildings collapsing, and it's devastating, and you can see it. So the whole point of this square is to review the foundations in which we've built our relationships. structures. It's all of that coming to a head. So the timing of that, while it's devastating, really points to that Saturn-Uranus energy. And now Mars, planet of conflict, war, action, aggression, is getting in the mix of all of it. So it just heightens that energy. Things pop during this time. So really watch out over the weekend. We have the 4th of July in the United States. People are going out, doing things. Just be careful about who you're hanging out with, and try and stay out of any ego disputes, because this really does point to some emotional conflicts. Now, the good news, because we went through all this crappy energy, is that the cosmic lovers are coming together in a conjunction in Leo. That's Venus and Mars. So once they move past this square and this opposition over to Uranus and Saturn, they're coming together. So if things have been kind of crappy and you have a big blowout or a confrontation or anything to that effect, there's a soothing energy that comes through then about mid-month, about July 12th or 13th, 14th, right around that time frame. The two finally come together. So there is some healing here. It's in Leo. Leo is this very expressive, outgoing sign. It rules the heart. So, there could be some emotional healing with this as well. So I'd say go out and have fun. Try to be a little bit more carefree, tap into that Leo energy. This is happening in your second house. The two will meet up in Leo. Second house is about value, what it is you value, money, resources, assets, possessions. So, personally, this could come out as an unexpected expense of some type. We're going to have to shell out some cash just because this is happening in your financial houses. So, if crazy things are happening in the home, I've been talking to my mom over the last few days, and she's had some water issues in the house. She's a Cancer. Cancer is a water sign. And for her, this is manifesting just having, problems with her gutters. So she's been dealing with that over the last couple of days and trying to fix that. So these are ways in which it can manifest for you. It's going to be an unexpected expense possibly, but then there's also some regenerative healing that comes from this. So if you're looking for love, the 12th, 13th, and 14th is a really good time to get out there, have some fun, go for a hike, get out in nature, be around water. We're in water season. That's where the sun is sitting. So there could be some really good things that come with that if you put the effort toward it. So that's what we're dealing with overall with the energy right now. Not easy stuff. I hate to say it, but we have some good stuff on the way. So just hang in there. Got a few weeks left. Today we're going to do how they feel about your reading. And this is a reading that I think a lot of viewers are going to like. Doesn't matter if you're single, dating, partnered, married. Sometimes you need some additional insight into what your love interest is thinking and how they feel. So we're going to play 6 cards from the tarot. We're going to pull one from the Angels Romance deck. The first card out is going to be the general energy of your love interest. Then we're going to go into his attributes or her attributes, doesn't matter. Gender doesn't matter here. Flaws, how they actually feel about you. I'm going to pull a card for that. The potential for a happy or healthy relationship, and then the outcome. So we'll see how this all shakes out for you, Cancer. Not a ton happening in the love houses, except the sun is going to be making an opposition over to Pluto in your 7th house of Capricorn toward the end of the month. So that could be some breakthroughs. That could be some hidden things coming to light. That could be some emotional release of some type, because Pluto is a planet of release. So, there could be some really good things that come of this, but things could also come up that kind of take you by surprise. So I want you to be aware of that. That's going to be toward, like I said, it's going to be right around the 20th, I think. That time frame, give or take a few days. So those are the general energies. Let's see what's happening for you, Cancer. I hope it's a good one. It's your birthday season. You deserve a good reading. The sun highlights you, so it's time to put yourself out there if you're single. It's time to look your best and feel your best if you're, it doesn't matter if you're married or partnered up or whatever. Do you, because it's a good time for that. All right, so let's see what's happening with our Cancers. Here we go. First card out is going to be the general energy of your love interest. Temperance. There could be some healing here. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius. This is the Sagittarius card, but it looks like there might be some healing happening, which is good. I always like to see this for the card because they're rebalancing. And just given 2020 and what's been happening in 2021, we're all going through a rebalance of sorts. So that's really good. I'm happy to see that. Second card out, the attributes of this person. Queen of Pentacles, here she is. So the Queen is a steady person. Could be a Capricorn, could be a Taurus, could be Virgo. But they're steady. They know what they want, and they want something long-term, which is great. Cancer, you prefer long-term relationships. You're a very loyal sign. This Queen is very loyal. So this is a really great sign so far. All right, the flaws, though. Here we go. Death. This is the Scorpio card. So it looks like maybe they need to let something go. The 8th house, which is where Saturn is sitting right now, is a house of death. It is a house of rebirth and transformation. So right now, maybe they're trying to let something go, trying to rebalance. It's not easy to make changes, but, it looks like they need to do some of that. Inner thoughts about you. This is how they feel about you. Oh, dear. 10 of Swords. So we'll talk more about this. So maybe Cancer, you've let someone go recently. They feel like maybe you stabbed someone in the back. You tend to be pretty good about letting people go in a caring way. You try not to hurt people. But how they feel about you right now, maybe there was just some tension recently in the relationship and they're trying to heal from something. So, that can be a little bit of a dark card, but right now, they're in mourning of some type, all right? This is the potential for a happy relationship, a healthy relationship. Oh, this is good. So here we have the 9 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles is a card of wish fulfillment. It's a card of abundance. It's a resource abundance too. And I told you a lot is happening in your resource houses right now with that T-square happening in the sky. It's hitting your finance houses. So there is a potential for a good relationship here, but it looks like there's needs some healing that needs to be done. Okay, here's the outcome. King of Swords. Yeah, so the truth is coming out. The King of Swords is more rational. They take the emotion out of it. Even though we're in Cancer season, it looks like there needs to be some rational thought happening here. Take some of the emotion out of it, because there aren't any cups here except for the Temperance card. We'll talk more about it, but this is also very much about making decisions. This could be someone involved with the law. So maybe some of you are deciding a relationship is over and you're getting a divorce, or you're just leaving the relationship and letting it go. There's finality attached to this particular card. He's not always an easy king to deal with because he's a straight talker. He says it like it is. So, it looks like there needs to be a conversation here, I think, of some type. Let's take a look at the Romance Angels. You deserve love. You are lovable. Yeah, so it looks like there might have been some heartbreak here. There might have been a letting go of sorts. I don't talk about my personal life too much, but I'll let you know. There was someone on my radar for since November. He doesn't live here. I'm in Minneapolis, and he lives in a different state, and we just can't seem to make it work. And I can't seem to get it off the ground, even though we chat and we talk. I do visit. My family lives in Wisconsin, so I do go visit him, every once in a while. But the way I see it, and I'm not projecting this reading, what I'm going through onto me, but I'm just saying I think a lot of it is you had to let something go. And it's not always an easy thing, and they're trying to do some healing. This could have been a past partner as well, that they're healing from. Maybe they were, stabbed in the back, might have been a third-party situation. But I like the healing card because that means they're taking steps to heal the situation. They might need to take a step back a little bit and do some reassessment of what's happening. They see a long-term future for you. There is something here. There's something here that could be very long-term and stable. That's what they're looking for. They're looking to build something for the future. So if you're not in contact with this person right now, they're doing some healing so they can come back, perhaps. That won't be for all of you. Some of it, it's just there's finality to this, like I said. But for some of you, they're looking to figure out how they can come back and make an offer that you would actually accept, one that's built on that steady foundation, right? Because right now, foundations are cracking. The ones that aren't built on that steady foundation, they're not going to last. So they're trying to reassess what exactly they're going to do next, what their next steps are. And it looks like they're trying to let something go. They're trying to heal from something. And again, this is not a bad card because death is a part of life. We go through deaths and rebirths all the time. So this isn't necessarily a bad thing, but something has to be let go. Something just has to literally die in order for this to work. Could be a bad habit, could be a toxic trait, could be toxic thinking, a toxic person. This is the Scorpio card. Scorpio is the 8th house. That's where Pluto's sitting. So maybe things come to light. Maybe there's some healing when the sun opposes Pluto. That's shining the light on the underworld. Pluto is the god of the underworld. So maybe things come to light right around the 20th time frame. That's kind of what I'm getting here. The inner thoughts, though, they're battling. They're plagued by their thoughts right now, and they're trying to heal from it. And this is a difficult card. We all go through the dark night of the soul, but through that, there's healing. This is also the end. So this is the 10, and that's good because once you figure out that you have to let something go, let something die, you start the new cycle. So that's where they're trying to get to. They're a little stuck right now. They're still healing themselves. They're trying to figure out what to do next. What's that next step? But right now they got to heal because this one hurts. I mean, I can feel it. The potential, though, this is good. There is potential here for healing. There is a potential here for something long-term and abundant. But they got to go through their own thing first. They're going through this dark night of the soul first so they can heal themselves. It's a catharsis followed by healing. But this is a great card. Look at her. She's in the garden. She's got her resources. She's abundant. So this could take some time. This could definitely take some time. And there could be some permanence to the healing. It could be both of you going separate ways in order to get this true happiness. And there is an element of finality, and I think the truth is coming out. I think the truth is definitely coming out. Mercury retrograde was a whopper. It was in Gemini in its home sign. Mercury rules Gemini. Swords energy is air energy. This could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have a lot of air energy right now up in the sky, but Mercury's going to square Neptune one last time. And that's going to occur in about a week and a half or so. So, Mercury's been going over the square to Neptune. That always points to some disillusionment, possibly some deceit. I think the truth is coming out. King of Swords speaks his truth. So it's time to have that conversation. It's time to allow the healing process to begin. And you are lovable. If there was an ending here, realize the new start is coming. Remember, this energy could be vice versa too. So this could also be you. You're healing yourself from a loss. You're going through the death and rebirth process. You're allowing yourself to heal. And remember, Cancer, you are lovable. This is your season. It's your time to shine. The sun is pointing a spotlight on you. So exhibit this 9 of Pentacles energy. Remember, you are abundant. You have everything you need right now in this earth to feel abundant and to feel loved. It's a matter of you realizing your emotional, genuine qualities, your nurturing attitude, your intuitiveness. It's all of that. It's not an easy reading. but there's some good things coming. You're going through this healing process. This weekend is going to be difficult with that T-square. Time out. It's a timeout. It's a reality check. Allow the process to play out. Mars and Venus are coming back together. So if there's some heavy stuff happening right now, look to July 12th, 13th, and 14th for some healing and some regeneration and to come back together, because it is on its way, and the two only meet up once every 2 years. So remember this, you are lovable, Cancer. You got this. Until next time, we'll talk to you probably later on this month. I might do a bonus reading in July for you guys. So we'll see how much time I got, but I always wish you guys well. Oh, Casey's got some things to say too. So maybe he'll come visit next time. All right, talk to you later. Take care.